What's going on, you guys? It's your boy Jeremy One Sosa, man, and we back again with another video. This time we're playing Burning Abyss, man. This is like a mini video for you guys who don't understand, or you guys who are beginners at Duel Links and don't understand what this deck does or the significance of this deck. All right, so here we are. We have Burning Abyss, Alec, Mellow Branch of the Burning Abyss. We have Scorm, Mellow Branch of the Burning Abyss, and we have another Alec and a Farfa of the Burning Abyss. So generally, what you want to do right here is you want to special summon the monster that you're not going to use this turn, and then you want to normal summon the monster that you're actually going to use. So we'll normal summon Scorm right here since we're going turn one, and then we will special summon the Farfa just in case, and we summon these monsters um, just in case our opponent pops the Dante in some kind of way, or let me see. Okay, so we'll go Scorn Mill three. Um, so we'll leave him under Dante just in case our opponent attacks over him, and then I'm pretty sure that we should be able to get the effect of the monster once it goes to the graveyard. So what made this deck dangerous is the fact that it has trigger effects once the monsters hit the grave that create chain links. And once your monsters start to chain link, they actually can chain block your opponent off from getting their effects. So we activated Seer from the graveyard, and we can activate another card. We can activate Libic, and Libic, what he'll do is allow you to special summon from your hand, extending even more, and then we summon the Libic from the graveyard. So we have Alec and Libic on the field, and then we can go into, let's say, we want to go into Leech. We can. All right. All right, so we'll just end our turn right here, and then during the end phase, Scarm effect will activate, and then we can add a Rubik if we want to, and then we just ended our turn. So number 48, Shadow Lich is his effects is trying to activate, but we won't activate it. Let's see. All right, so he'll activate his effect. All right, he's gonna set a card in turn, doing your activate the effect. Nope, don't activate effect. All right, so here we are. We have the Traveler of the Burning Abyss, and what this card does is that it summons back the monsters that were destroyed this turn. So you can actually like set this card, but you want to be careful with setting this card because your monsters can't special summon themselves onto the field if you control a spell or a trap card in your spell and trap card zone. So you have to be really careful about what you're doing when you think that you want to set the card. If you can hold out, if you don't have any monsters on the field, just hold out on setting it until after you've established your monsters onto the field. Okay, and so we'll activate Dante's effect, and we'll detach this card. But our opponent, he doesn't really have a monster on the field, so we won't activate Farfa's effect. All right, so Dante the Traveler, Burning Abyss, activate trigger effect. Yes, we can activate. Let's just activate Dragi's effect. All right, and then what? Well, no. Well, yeah, we'll activate Dragi's effect as Chainlink 1, and then we'll activate Cogni's effect as Chainlink 2, and then we can activate. Let's see, Barbar's effect, and we can banish the. Um, hmm, let's banish the Seer, I guess. So what he'll do is he'll burn our opponent. Meta Wrench, burn Abyss is activate trigger another effect. We can trigger another effect, but we're not gonna trigger Farfa's effect. All right, so we did it this way so that we could actually send to the graveyard. We'll send a we could send Traveler to the graveyard, and then we could put Good and Evil at the top of the deck. So this way we can activate Good and Evil for the next turn. Um, this deck seems it. I mean, with the plays that I'm doing, it seems kind of crazy, which it really is. But we won't really know how good it is until we actually get it on in Duel Links and actually get it play it against actual decks. So let's attack in. Boom, we attack into our opponent. Um, we get attacked for the 18, but we'll end our turn. And so at the end of the turn, you seen Dante switch his position. That's what he does. Once he declares an attack and he attacks in, he's changed his position, and that's what kind of made the deck a little bit more powerful. Let's see. Nah, he can banish it. Cosmic Cyclones activated. Activate a card effect. No. Let's turn the league off because it keeps asking us. It's the end phase. Boom. All right, draw. All right. So here we have Good and Evil of the Burning Abyss. The only thing is that we don't have the actual monster for this ritual, but we can just go in for another attack. So let's go in for battle phase and attack for game. All right, you guys. So yeah, you guys, that is pretty much how the deck operates. It just you summon Dante to the field. Let me see. Okay, let's go back to the room screen. Go show you guys the deck list. All right. So this is the deck list right here. What makes this deck unique is the fact that Dante mills to the graveyard. The monsters can extend themselves onto the field, and they have trigger effects once Dante activates his effect and send monsters to the graveyard, chain blocking your opponent. And that's a very powerful effect, especially in Duel Links. It'll be, pretty powerful, especially once you mill Farfa onto the into the graveyard. You can banish a monster on the field, and you can actually chain block, a lot of stuff with this deck. This deck is actually kind of, nuts. If it's in the right hands and the person knows exactly what it is that they're searching for and trying to do at the right time. All right, so let's go through the deck list. I think we're just going monster heavy right here because we just trying to because the deck just mills so much, and then summoning Dante to the field is very easy. I think this deck might be more than a 20 card deck because you can go monster heavy on it. I feel like Travel of the Burning Abyss is pretty. It's okay, if you could pull it off. All right, so let's go through the deck list. We have one bar. This card burns your opponent. We have three seer. Seer special summons extends your monsters onto the from the graveyard onto the field. We have Cogna. Cogna sends a Burning Abyss spell trap from the deck to the graveyard. And then we have Libic. And what Libic does is extend your monsters from your hand onto the graveyard. All right, and then I mean not onto the graveyard, onto the field. I'm sorry. And then we have Alec, and then what Alec does is it negates a monster effect once it's sent to the graveyard. And we have Dragic. Dragic's top puts anything from Burning Abyss on top of the deck, or is it you can choose one Burning Abyss? Yeah, puts it from so you can kind of control what you're gonna draw with this card. You can control what you're going to draw with this card. Okay, then we have Farfa, the infamous Farfa. Banish a monster basically when it's sent to the graveyard. And then we have Scorm. Scorm is the searcher for the deck. So, you send her to the grave like we did. And during the end phase, she'll add any dark fiend type monster from your deck to your hand, which is how they actually searched Tour Guide back in the gap. So it was like either Tour Guide was in your hand or this card. This is kind of like 6 Tour Guides, I guess you could say. So she searches that out, and then Tour Guide is in your hand for the follow-up turn. Tour Guide summon and special summons another a Burning Abyss from the deck to the field, negating its effect. And that was a key factor as well, because then you can go into Dante and then detach said monster from Dante, and then get that same effect. So that was very powerful. All right, and then and being a starter and being able to let that monster get its effect off while Dante is getting his effect as well. And then we have one Rubik because we could actually search it with Scorm. So, some people run this card at 2. I would say just run it at 1 because all you need is one Virgil. I feel like Virgil is pretty good, And we have the two Traveler of the Burning Abyss, and we have the Good and Evil, and we have Melakota, another Lord of the Burning Abyss as well. All right, so for the extra deck, we have Virgil. What Virgil does is he's like a slower Harpy lady, but a tad bit better because you can target the graveyard as well and send cards back. So you can target any card on the field and send it back to the deck, I believe. It shuffles it into the deck. All right, and then we have DDD Stone King Darius. All right, and then we have Ghost Trick Alucard for face downs, a pop, and we have number 48 Shadow Lich. This card gives you a token, and you gain a token with 500. Uh, and then this card gains 500 attack for each Phantom token as well. And then we have Dante, Traveler of the Burning Abyss. And what Dante does is once he's on the field, you can summon him in defense turn one, and just detach a card. He gains 500 for each card sent to the graveyard, so he'll go from 1,000 to 2,500, giving him the ability to attack over certain cards. And then you get those effects from the monsters in the graveyard off of from once he's milled from the deck to the graveyard. And then he has another effect. Well, once he's sent to the graveyard, you can target a Burning Abyss spell or a trap card, or well, just Burning Abyss card, and you can add it to your hand, giving you more follow-ups for the next turn. So yeah, you guys, this is pretty much the deck list. This is how Burning Abyss operates. This deck is a dangerous deck because of its ability to block your opponent from Dante. Well, it has the ability to protect your life points because of Dante switching to defense. It has the ability to chain block your opponent as well, which is very powerful. And yeah, it's just in the TCG, it was a very powerful deck for a very long time. So yeah, you guys, this is pretty much it, man. This is the guide for like a beginner's guide for those who don't know what this deck does. Um, yeah, man, expect me to be playing this in some tournaments, I guess you could say, as well as Yang Zing. So it's kind of like a toss up right now. I'm kind of liking Yang Zings, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see as we go. But yeah, you guys, if you like the content here, consider subscribing, man. Hit the like button, man. It helps out the algorithm. And comment down below, man. Share the video if you like it. Yeah, man. It's your boy Jeremy One Sosa, and I'm out, man. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.